Hello, my name is Clara Meizoso, and today we will see a sample of how to have a successful campaign using IBM Watson Customer Engagement Solution. I first want to tell you that this solution is ready to solve the 5 main common business problems of those companies that have brick-and-mortar and online stores. Do you know which ones are those? Let's see. First, personalization across all channels while leveraging company data to drive true one-to-one unique experiences. The next is a common user experience across all channels from unstructured content like images and videos. Third is a full circle learning and input reintroduction for a 360-degree feedback loop. Next is a connected commerce and digital experience that drives a common experience across all these channels. And lastly, bridging online in-store inventory execution by bringing in order management and supply chain visibility. In this story, you're going to hear about how the Aurora company uses a not so engaging customer segment that they've identified to help bring back their customers both online and in-store through a brand new summer campaign to launch their new Albini dress collection. Aurora is a national department store retailer with a mission to be the market leader for delivering all living essentials to the busy modern family. Aurora established itself first as a brick-and-mortar store in the pre-internet age, but has been steadily growing a thriving e-commerce business that now makes up a large proportion of their revenue. In this story, Aurora will be launching their new summer Albini dress collection campaign. Let's meet the characters of the story. First, we have Katie, the Aurora shopper, Ivan from marketing, and then there is the Aurora team. Olivia from merchandising, Charlene, who is the CEO category manager, Susan, who is the call center rep, and then Alice, who is the Jacksonville Mall store associate. The story starts with Ivan from marketing, who uses marketing insights to create a customer segment of all previous women dress shoppers who he would like to get re-engaged with the Aurora brand. He will promote the new Albini summer collection and send out in a new email campaign to this segment to get them back shopping at Aurora. After a not so successful first email campaign, the team uses Watson Customer Engagement to help find out what they can do to save the campaign. With a versatile cross-channel solution, the Aurora team ends up executing a highly successful campaign, enticing its shoppers to not only buy online, but to visit their stores across the country and beating their campaign goals. Summer Campaign Phase 1. The first thing that Ivan is going to do is to look at his marketing insights dashboard to learn and understand what his customer base is and what segments are performing and which ones aren't. Ivan starts looking at the women dress shopper segment, which he knows has a high level of attrition and low engagement. What Ivan wants to do is entice these customers to start shopping at Aurora and introduce them to the new summer Albini collection. Ivan will take this segment and publish it over the Universal Behavior Exchange, so the Aurora team use this segment in other areas of the company with ease, either in marketing or the commerce side. Ivan then uploads all of the digital assets he will use in this campaign to a centralized content repository: newsletter, imagery for the website, products, advertisements. While uploading, Watson automatically performs image recognition on the assets and dynamically tags the assets with keywords and phrases that describe what is in the graphic. We can also add any tag we want to these images ourselves. This allows Ivan and team to quickly find the assets they need. Now that all the images are uploaded into the system, Ivan is ready to start the actual campaign. Ivan has already started an email he will be sending out to the dress shoppers. The first thing to do is to figure out who the email will be sent to. Ivan needs to select the customer segment women dress shoppers previously identified as the target audience for this campaign. By selecting the assets from the centralized repository and easily searching for them using the generated words and tags, Ivan is able to quickly construct this email for his shoppers. Ivan just simply adds a link to the dresses category page and the email is now ready. Ivan goes ahead and analyzes it and automates the actual sending of the campaign to the customer segment. Katie gets the email and clicks on the advertisement to look at the new summer collection. Getting directed to the dresses landing page, Katie looks around and doesn't see anything of interest, so she decides to search for dresses in a generic term. She also notices not many Albini dresses in the search results, and the prices are more than what she has seen on Amazon. Katie decides not to purchase anything. 4 weeks into the campaign. After 4 weeks of running this campaign, Ivan begins to look at some of the analytics on how the campaign is actually performing. Ivan created a report specifically for the users who were sent this email campaign. Ivan can easily see the 4 most common paths the customers are taking, and he decides to dive into the most traveled path. Predominantly, the biggest one is obviously the email to the website, and he looks at that. Ivan notices there are no Albini dresses even listed in the top product tiers, and the most common search phrases are generic terms like dresses. There are also no Albini dresses being added to the cart or even abandoned. This is telling Ivan the shoppers are really not even selecting the Albini dresses. Ivan asked Olivia from merchandising to see how the Albini dresses are performing. Olivia can see how the entire store is performing across all categories. She dives into the women's dresses category and she clicks on that to get a better look. She notices that even with the dresses overall, it's way below actual plan, almost 14% below plan. Olivia also notices an alert for a few of the Albini dresses where item sales have dropped considerably in the past 2 weeks. She sees a 90% drop in sales for this particular Albini dress, and she can take a look at all the different statistics of items added, items abandoned, so she gets an idea of what is going on. She can even drill into further details to figure out when this is actually happening. Olivia ends up reporting to Ivan that the Albini dresses saw a drastic decline of 90% in sales about 2 weeks ago. This tells Ivan that it appears the campaign was working, but then something changed. Ivan asks Olivia to see if she can rearrange the category and put a spotlight on the Albini dresses. Olivia is going to rearrange the categories to highlight the Albini dresses. Using Commerce Insights, she can see what dresses are the top performers in the category and what position in the category they are. She can do a manual sequencing where the category can be laid out the way she wants, based on the different metrics she can see inside the category list. So, she quickly drags and drops some of the Albini dresses to the very top of the category to highlight and promote them when a shopper navigates to the women's dresses category. Charlene, the category and SEO manager for dresses, reports to Ivan that there are in fact over 174 price recommendations from dynamic pricing. The prices are recommendations based on price comparisons to what is being sold on Amazon. Since Amazon is a main competitor, Charlene had already had her ball running to make sure the Aurora prices are always in line with Amazon, who is constantly undercutting their prices and affecting our revenue on the website. When this rule is running, she can see that dynamic pricing is suggesting 174 changes for pricing, which means 174 requests for prices to be changed. On average, it appears about 2 weeks ago, Amazon prices for the Albini dresses dropped about 10%. Charlene can quickly and easily apply all the recommended price changes to products. Charlene is not done. She's going to take care of some of the SEO of the site. She then decides to promote the Albini dresses a bit more by bumping anything Albini to the top of search results. What this rule does is that any time a customer searches for something and there is an Albini product in a search result, it will push it up by a factor of 1, so they all bubble up to the top. Summer campaign phase 2. Very confident now, Ivan starts the new phase of the campaign. Ivan thinks the category changes, the shirt changes, and the price changes will make a big difference in the second phase of the campaign. He constructs a new email to the same shoppers, highlighting the price changes on the Albini collection. Just like before, he uses the search terms that he put in for the tagging of the content, and he finds the advertisement he's going to use and puts inside the email. He sends it out just like before. Katie gets the new email with hot summer patterns and is excited to see the Albini dresses could be up to 25% off, and she clicks on the email to get sent to the website. Just like before, Katie immediately searches for dresses, and this time the type ahead shows all Albini dresses. When she hits enter and she goes to the search results page, it's filled with the new Albini collection and the marked down prices. Katie also sees the dresses are now cheaper than on Amazon and is excited to buy from her favorite store, Aurora. She decides to buy the Albini sleeveless slip dress. She picks the blue color in a medium. She immediately sees the inventory across all the stores in her area. In 2 out of 3 stores, the Jacksonville Mall is actually the closest one. So she decides to buy it online and pick up the dress at the mall later this week. So she selects picking up at the store, then she selects the Jacksonville Mall, and she continues to check out. Once she had put that order in, Katie talks to her friend, who says, "Hey, I just got one of those Albini dresses and you should know that they're a lot bigger than you think. You should get a smaller size." Katie then decides to call the Aurora help desk to see if she can get the dress changed. Susan from the call center brings in her profile and sees the order for the medium dress. Susan, the call center rep, says she can change the order, but there are no smalls available at the Jacksonville Mall, but one could be sent there in 3 days and picked up within 3 days. Excited, Katie says that that's fine, she just needs the dress for the weekend anyway. Susan goes ahead and processes the order change, which then kicks off an item transfer to the Jacksonville Mall store. Now that it is submitted, Allison, the Jacksonville Mall store associate, receives a notification with the shipment, which includes Katie's small Albini dress. She continues and processes the shipment as received. Now that the dress is available at the store, it can be then picked and packed for Katie. Allison then gets a notification on her phone with the order for Katie. She pulls the small albini dress and stores it into the touchpoint location and finishes the pick and pack operation. It is now ready for Katie to come into the store and get the dress. At the same time, Katie then receives on her mobile phone a rich text alert from her Aurora mobile application stating her that her dress is ready for pickup at the store. Later that day, Katie enters the Jacksonville Mall store. When Katie gets to the store, she immediately gets a notification on her mobile phone saying, "Welcome to the store number 33. By the way, you can get a buy one get one dress 50% off in the store today." Katie approaches Allison, the store associate, and says, "I would like to pick up my small albini dress." Allison uses her company mobile device to look at Katie's profile, finds the order, figures out what tote it is, and processes the pickup and checks Katie out. Katie asks Allison if she qualifies for the 50% off another dress, and Allison says yes. So Katie decides to buy the albini Troubles pencil dress at 50% off. Allison looks up at Katie's profile, adds the pencil dress to the order, and applies the 50% off coupon. Katie checks out, gets two dresses, and is one happy customer. So I think you've now got a good understanding of what the Watson Customer Engagement Solution is capable of. I hope you enjoyed this sample of how to have a successful campaign, and remember that every touch point is an opportunity to engage the customer. See you in the next video. Thank you.